Hello, I'm Saki, and today I have a very specific, very niche tutorial for you. It is on how to sew a cover stitched hem with matching thread color, and it's for this specific situation where you only have one spool of that thread, and you don't want to buy 3 or 4 spools of matching thread just to sew this one hemline. So this is how you do it. So first of all, your looper thread does not need to be a matching color. This is only going to be visible on the inside of your garment. This is going to be on, unless you turn your garment inside out to show off the stitching on the inside, people are never going to see this. So that's allowed to be whatever color it wants. So in this case, I have gray. And then these 3, the needles have to be your matching thread color. So actually, I'm only doing 2 needles for my garment. So I only need 2, but you could use this same strategy for your third one if you want. So this one is already threaded the standard way, and for the first needle, what I have instead of a spool is, well, this camera won't focus, but it's going there to my sewing machine, and that is the bobbin. That is the bobbin that came out of there. So I filled the bobbin with the matching thread color already because I did a bunch of straight stitching with my sewing machine, my straight stitch Singer, and this is the leftover. So what I've done is loaded this up and threaded it through this little loop thingy. And the reason I did this is so that when I pull the thread, it comes off the spool horizontally, as opposed to if we had put this instead, if we just put it here and threaded it straight up, the problem is that the thread would come off vertically, like straight up from the spool or the bottom. And see, what happens is it gets caught and then it'll skip. So you don't want that to happen while you're sewing, because it's gonna just completely destroy your stitch. And anyway, it can cause your machine to jam. So I have this here instead, and I'm not going through the tension disc here because we already have one on the Coverstitch machine. So the only purpose of this whole deal right here is to get that to come off the spool, come off the bobbin horizontally. Because if I would put this also straight here, then it would have the same problem where the thread would catch on this upper lip and cause the bobbin to skip. So yeah, and this little thing right here, this is another bobbin that I'm just using as a spacer to make sure that it's coming off at around the same height. It's not actually necessary, but it makes me feel better. Anyway, if you have a sewing machine where the spool holder, this little pole, if this comes off horizontally so that your bobbin is going like this, instead of like that, then that's actually even better. Then you don't need to thread it through any kind of thing like this. You would just scoot your sewing machine over until this bobbin's location is approximately lined up with this hole. So I would just scoot the machine over until this is coming off like that. So that's if you have a horizontal spool holder pole thingy. In this case, I have scooted my sewing machine to have this thing be approximately level with, or not level, but like centered on this hole. Yeah. Okay, so here is the finished seam. It looks great. The inside is gray, and no one will have to know that. And the outside has 2 matching threads. Okay, that's all. I hope that helps.